We start with the Flying T. Now I have them here. We are presenting here at Baselworld Legacy Machine Flying T. Before, just to explain all the technical details of the piece, I think it's important to remind you a couple of important points in the history of MB&F and Max Busser. So, as you probably know, for the past 15 years, he's been creating machines for himself, the machines that he wanted to see on his wrist. Unconventional timepieces, three-dimensional timepieces that he believed in. All right? And why he did that is because when he was working for the industry before that, he started to become a marketeer. He was making the watches for the market, and then he felt like he lost his soul. He sold out his soul to the industry, and that's why he decided to create for himself. Now, finally, he's ready to create for somebody else. After 15 years creating for himself, he was ready to do something for somebody else. And if you look around Max in his family, he's exclusively surrounded by women. His mother, his wife, and his two daughters. So that's why he decided, okay, I have to create something for the woman of my life. But it's very difficult for someone like Max, who's been creating pieces for himself for 15 years, to create first for someone else and second for a woman, because he doesn't know what they want, So instead of deciding to create a piece for somebody, he said, okay, let's create a watch that embodies the main qualities that I see in my wife, in my mother, in my daughters. And all of them are very energetic and very elegant. And that's what you find in this piece. Energy and elegance. So the case itself is very elegant. Before, all the legacy machines were almost the same case, but slightly bigger, more masculine, sizes, right? So he decided to have this very thin case, very elegant, and at the same time to have the energy, as you can see here, for example, on the rotor, this sun-shaped rotor, and also this flying tourbillon, constructed as a pillar in the center of the watch. So that's really the mixture of the energy and the elegance that you wanted to see in this watch. As you can see, you have the flying tourbillon. At the top of the tourbillon, you have a little diamond, which is under this sapphire crystal dome. And then this 100-hour power reserve flying tourbillon, constructed, as I mentioned before, as a pillar, because it's the women are the pillar in his life. They are the pillar of humanity. So that's why I really wanted to have this pillar, and also because this machine needs to stay, MB&F, really MB&F. Yeah, original. So it would have been easy to make, ladies' watch, flat diamond, but that's not MB&F. We needed to create something with the same DNA as we always do. Can I? Of course, please. And then, as you can see exactly in your direction, the dial is at 7 o'clock. Yeah. And at 50 degrees. Yeah. Because it was very important for him that this watch would be a present and very personal. So when you have it on your wrist, only she can read the time. No one else can read the time. So it's really a personal approach of reading the time on this machine.
So it's more like for left-handed use, right?
Exactly.
I thought it is adjustable somehow, like left and right.
So basically only the tourbillon is turning around because Max's daughter, she wants to become a ballerina. And so she's got those music box. When you open the box, you have the ballerina going up and dancing around. So when you look at the movement, it's like the ballerina turning around and dancing around.
This.
Exactly. And then when you turn it, you see this sun-shaped rotor. And you can also see that we have two crowns, because it was important for us to have this symmetry in the watch. And also, next to this extra large dome, it was a bit odd and unbalanced to have only one crown. That's why we decided to have two. So one of the crown is here to set the time, and the other one is meant to wind the system.
And which one for what?
So this one is here to set the time. With this one, you're
the right one. For
exactly. Okay. And this one, you're winding the system. And so this version is the black lacquer edition. Yeah. So it's stretched lacquer. Basically, you put lacquer on the dial, put it in the oven, then it's stretched. Then you have to polish it. You put a second layer of lacquer back in the oven, polish it again, and you repeat 8 times.
8 times.
So 8 repetitions to really get this deep black.
And other versions, they were in different colors, as far as I remember, right? It was
the other version?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is the black lacquer.
Yeah.
Then we also have pavé edition, so full pavé.
Okay.
And on this one we have the black dial to have the contrast.
And how many diamonds in this edition?
So on this one, let me just give you the exact number. On the black one, you have 168 stones.
160.
1.7 carat.
Mm-hmm.
On this one, you have 558 stones, 3.5 carat, and baguette diamonds.
Yeah.
So on this one, you have 294 baguette diamonds for a total of 8.2 carat.
I really like this design because, I mean, you look at it, even if you don't see the logo, you know that it's MB&F.
Exactly. So that was one of the most important thing for us, to really keep the DNA of MB&F, but at the same time to create something much thinner and much more elegant than what we usually do.
I really like this design because, I mean, you look at it, even if you don't see the logo, you know that it's MB&F.
Exactly. So that was one of the most important thing for us, to really keep the DNA of MB&F, but at the same time to create something much thinner and much more elegant than what we usually do.
When I received the email, I was like, wow.
Thank you very much.
That's real.
And you agree that it's better to see it for real because, of course, the pictures are good, but it looks quite big. And actually, it's not that big. It's very wearable. It's 38.5 diameter.
I mean, it's suitable for, like, women's hand.
Exactly. So
and
I really
for now, we will have only these 3 versions.
Yes.
Nothing more.
So basically, why we've created these 3 versions, because most of the people ask us, why don't you do a version without diamond? Then it could be unisex and you could sell much more watches because some men would buy the watch. But that's not how we think at MB&F.
So it will be only
at MB&F. We want to, to tell strong message. And over here, the message was, this machine is dedicated exclusively to women. So we want people to understand that we've created something exclusively for women, and that's why we decided to have the diamond on each piece. Maybe next year we're gonna have a version without diamonds, but for now, for the launch, it was important that the message is clear to everyone.
But they're already available for the order.
Yes.
So okay.
The 3 of them. So at the moment we have 35 movements out. I think it's about 15 of the black lacquer, then maybe 7 of the pavé, maybe 3 of the baguette. But then it will depend on the order.
And so it will be only the alligator strap, no other type of the strap.
The strap? No, at the moment we are just presenting these 2 straps, but we are still working on a few more options with some colors, maybe some patent strap, patent leather.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. For today we just said, okay, black and white because we want people to focus on the piece. We don't want them to focus on the strap. So it's quite neutral to have black and white. But then, of course, we're going to have some people that have pink, red, orange patent leather or suede leather.
But even the bright colors here would work. I mean, with overall dial. If black will be replaced with red, it will be.
But if you have a look outside in front of the booth, we have a black patent leather, which looks also quite nice. But you have some fingerprints. When it's patent leather, it's very easy to have patents, to have prints. So that's why.